Grand Rising Collective, Grand Rising. So this is going to be my new moon reading for Pisces. I'm going to be doing several readings on this energy because why? Pisces is our most spiritual sign in the Zodiac. So, it makes sense that this would be a very, very powerful moon. And it's really getting everybody into their spiritual side, whether they realize it or not, because when you're under this energy, you're very much connecting a lot with your subconscious mind, with your intuition. You have these heightened psychic gifts that are coming out that you might not even realize, right? So it's a very, very powerful time, amplified psychic ability and gifts, as we all have them, but are we using them, right? So in this very beautiful energy where you're really starting to really go within and you're really feeling called to pursue the things that you desire and your dreams, you're really materializing, and you really are 111 on the clock as I say that. You really are working with the universal energies at this time, as new moons are very, very powerful. Right, and this being the most powerful one of them all, that I feel that it's very significant to get as much, messages and guidance out there as we can. So I've just had a lot going on that I haven't been able to roll a lot of these readings up, but we do feel these new moon energies, for a couple weeks, right? So this is definitely, fresh beginnings, new starts. You could definitely be having new opportunities coming about. This is going to be very big for healing relationships, bringing things into harmony and peace. We also have a lot of higher activations going on. The higher chakras are definitely getting worked on at this time. Throat, third eye, crown chakra, as Pisces rules the higher vibrational chakras. So a lot of you could be noticing sensations and things that you may have going on within your throat, your third eye, your crown. You could be feeling tingling, things like that, as you start to, have these chakras getting into an alignment. And to me, this is such a powerful time as well, because to me, like, things happen in phases, especially with this ascension process. And so for a lot of you, when you're being in this Pisces season, you're really starting to kind of get a broader perspective. You're starting to see things more clearly. I'm hearing that song, something about the rain is gone. I can see clearly now, the rain is gone. So for a lot of you, it could have been a very emotional time for you, where a lot of things were kind of bubbling to the surface and you're releasing these things. So you're getting these new perspectives. A lot of you are realizing, in fact, why things have happened, for you to be able to advance further. So this is definitely I'm still getting this full moon energy in Scorpio, that it's a big time to release negativity and things that are holding you back. A lot of you are pouring this love into yourself. It's very beautiful. Empress energy has been coming out very strongly too, and they're showing me the full moon of Virgo, where you're starting to have self-love. You're starting to pursue things that you desire. The things that have been holding you back are no longer doing that, because for a lot of you, you're realizing that you were kind of people-pleasing. You were letting others kind of influence you a lot by your choices, your actions, because you were thinking a lot about others involved, right? And it's like now you're starting to think a lot about your energy, a lot about what it is you desire. So you're kind of putting yourself first instead of others. It's very beautiful. And then here's the new moon in Pisces, meditate and contemplate. So very much coming out here. So yeah, and Pisces is represented by the fishes, right? And it's two fishes that are swimming away from each other, but in fact they're swimming away from each other, but then they're coming back around together, like Ouroboros. It's like you're starting to realize that things are coming full circle. For a lot of you, you could be things that you may have started to do quite some time ago are coming back around for a second look, a second chance, and a continuing cycle. For some of you, I'm getting like unfinished symphonies. Some things that were not complete are now coming to completion because of lessons that were learned, certain things that needed to, I'm hearing, dissolve. right? So they want you to take time to breathe out and release these things and really get into this dreamy energy of really creating, of pursuing your passions, your dreams, your desires, all of those things that you're wanting. You're able to obtain this. A lot of people are starting to wake up and realizing that we are not we've been living in this matrix the wrong way, where we have been wanting and desiring and separating ourselves from the things that we do want to obtain. And really, this is, it's about laws of attraction, and it's about bringing these things to you and knowing that you already have them, that you're not separate from them, right? You need to allow them to be manifested into your current reality. And when you separate yourself by saying these things, you want them, you desire them. I mean, it's great to have those passions and ambitions towards those things, but you're also separating yourself from them. So everybody's starting to realize that the true way to manifest things into your reality is to know that you're not separate from them. You already have them, in fact. You just need to know that you're the co-creator and let these things materialize in front of you. Okay, so for a lot of you, the answers that you need are coming. A lot of you may realize too, a lot of these things that you've been working so hard on obtaining or pursuing are actually right in front of you. Because sometimes it's all about kind of getting smoke and mirrors, distraction. For some of you, it's like you can want something and want something. Have you ever done that? You want something so bad, and you know you're trying everything to get it to fall together, and then you realize, like, wow, this was always available to me over here, but it was my perspective. It was because I was narrow-minded, and I was saying that the only way I can obtain this is through this way. You know, maybe you have your mind fixed on a certain way that you want something, but you know, the universe can materialize it, bring it to you in another way. It's like, I'll give an example. Say for some of you, like, you really want a new car, right? So you start saving money, you start really focusing, you start looking for cars, right? Maybe you have some friends that want to come in and help you, but you're so independent, you're so focused, you're like, no, I'm going to find my car, I'm going to save up money, I'm not going to get my car till I have this amount of money saved and all that. So you start looking, and then maybe you do get that money saved and go get the car that you desire, but maybe all along that friend that wanted to help you had a car available for you then and there. But you wouldn't even consider that as an option because you were so independent and so narrow focused that you didn't want help that you didn't want, right? And it might have ended up being the same style, brand, car, whatever. You know, have you ever had that happen before? So it's like you need to let go of sometimes the how, the why, the when. You just need to know that when you desire something, if you have the mindset like, I deserve to have a car, I'm going to manifest a car. So universe, you know, work with universal energies, like, my car is coming to me, I'm going to be guided to the right car. And then if you would have done the same thing and you would have heard that friend out, like, oh yeah, you need a car, well, I have a car. And then it's like, oh, really, you too? Well, what time? And all of that. So you need to be more open. Okay, so they're showing me this new moon eclipse, so expect powerful changes as things very much are happening very, very, they're showing me your commitment is being tested, emotions are running high. I was going to say under these Pisces full moon, these water sign moons, of course, they're the real of our emotions and feelings, right? So a lot of things are coming to the surface, but a lot of them are coming for you to be able to release them too. You could be noticing a lot of triggers and things like that are happening because a lot of these moons really do trigger these emotions, so a lot of you are tested. What's interesting is I was talking about 8:30 in the clock, I was to say that, is I was talking about this this empress that was being tested, right? And I've been talking about this double energy and these karmics because as we rise and we start to awaken and advance and higher levels of ascension, you need to know that the devil and these karmic energies are very much going to be coming at you, testing you, trying to knock you off course, trying to get you to look over here and not look over there. Right? So emotions are running very high. They're showing me very much that commitments are being tested. So I'm getting very strongly, a lot of people are trying to know their worth, know their way, but then they're having devilish energy come in. The devil agent is being dispatched out, as they say, and trying to lead you off course. So for some of you, some of these emotions are coming up for you to be able to release them, for you to be able to see triggers and things like that had happened for you to be able to realize these karmic cycles, patterns, and loops that you've been in fact going down, for you to be able to overcome them. And for a lot of them, it's just find that self-love within. They're showing me that you are good enough again, the Virgo full moon energy. So this is going to be, these tests that come about are going to be very much getting you to test like your morals, your beliefs, your self-worth, your self-love. So it's like you're going to know if somebody's coming in and they're making you feel as though you're having to put yourself down or what you want or desire. it's like it's going to come at some sort of sacrifice or loss. And this is going to be where you need to know that this is a test, right? From the universe. This is where you choose yourself. It's like, say you had a plan to go, I'm giving examples here. Like, say you had a plan to go spend the day by yourself, and you were going to go shopping 10 o'clock, as I say that, and you were going to go have fun and go shopping and buy yourself some new clothes. But then all of a sudden somebody comes at you and they're like, hey, well, you know, I need you to do this today. I need you to help me. I need you to da-da-da. And if you already had commitments and plans to do things yourself, this is where you need to say, no, I'm sorry, I cannot help you today. Or you don't even have to apologize, really, because that can kind of be people-pleasing, apologizing too much. But you could literally just say, like, no, I can't today. I have plans for myself today. And stick to those plans, right? It could be little things like that. Because people are coming in to try to steal your energy, steal your light. Because a lot of times when you make those sacrifices on yourself, you don't have to make those things up. So it's like if you had a day to spend time, money on yourself, and then all of a sudden you don't because you help somebody else, you often don't go, well, I'm going to go do this, you know, tomorrow, whatever. You often put yourself in the back burner. You put yourself down because you tell yourself that. Well, maybe I shouldn't have. Maybe, I guess it wasn't meant for me to spend money on myself, whatever, if this came about. So be careful of that. 1100 on the clock is to say that. So you are good enough. This is really about self-love and empowerment, right? And they're showing me it's a time to release negativity again. I'm getting very strongly there's energy around you. And pay attention to that. That you're going to know when you need to release these things, what they are. Okay. So don't let your past hold you back. So for a lot of you, these cycles are coming about too, for you to be able to see past cycles and situations that you need to close out. For some of you, there's attachments there that you need to let go of those attachments. And a lot of times by feeling emotions and feelings, it allows you to release them. So you can acknowledge them, right? Because sometimes we bury those things, and the full moons, the new moons kind of bring those up, right? All right, let's get some kind of the moon oracle. Then I'm going to do Sacred Light Oracle. Look, see the path. They're showing the path here, and you see the ascension, the my camera slipped, sorry guys. The ladder to this new portal and this new gateway. Okay, we must have a gateway coming up too. Well, I guess one did. Oh, yeah, 222. Okay, so we've got that one tomorrow. Yeah, they just showed me 222. So yeah, we've got a gateway opening up tomorrow, portal. So a lot of new opportunities could be coming in no matter when you see this. And I've been seeing a lot of 231. To me, it's like 1, 2, 3, 1, and then going back to cycles repeating. So there's definitely situations that are coming back around for fresh starts, for closing out. 1244 as well. All right, but anyway, with this portal energy, whenever you find this reading, you know, you could be having these opportunities come about. But just so you know, whenever we have portals open up and things like that, that's like when new doors open up. And because energy gets sent in, new opportunities, a lot of these energies, when people go through these advancements, these ascensions, they start to, their energy frequency changes a little bit, and they start to see things differently. They start to, you know, have you ever felt like this energy will overcome you sometimes, where like you feel like, you know what, I need to be giving more, I need to be helping more. You get a realization or a feeling like, you know what, I need to call somebody, I need to offer help, I need to do this, I need to. These portal and these energies, these gateways that are kind of guiding you towards those things, right? So that's a message for somebody. But anyway, this ladder of ascension, it's like you're starting to climb this ladder and you're starting to go through this new portal, this gateway. So new paths are definitely being here. Sovereignty is here too. This is a very, very powerful card. It's the front card on this deck too, with the Queen of the Moon. Because the sovereignty energy, it's where you're making these very empowered decisions for yourself, but not just yourself, for kind of like all involved. I'm getting this energy of somebody that it's like a mother where children are involved, or she's a caretaker or something like that. So these decisions that she's making are not just affecting her, but they're affecting others involved. So she's needing to make important decisions. So this is kind of where like you take everybody's feelings into consideration as a whole, but you still need to make the best decision for yourself. But a lot of people are involved, right? So it's like, this is not decisions that you make lightly. These are very, very empowered decisions that you're going to be making, like very life-changing type of things. It's like once you go through this portal, this gateway, this doorway, like there's no return. There's no going back. You can't go back to that old lifestyle, right? So there's very, very important decisions that are coming about. So it's very important to definitely take some time out for yourself if you can at this time. So there's definitely major change, right? We've got the change card here, a thunder moon. So this change that's happening could be happening very, very quickly. It's kind of like, when you make this decisions, it's going to cause rapid change. It's kind of like if you, like very important decisions, it's like, say you're with somebody and you're building your whole foundation with them, and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, well, this isn't working anymore, I'm leaving, I've already got a plane ticket and I'm going. It's like, you need to decide, like, then, like this major, it's something like once they get on that plane and they leave, like there's no coming back. This is not something where it's like, well, this decision was made, but we can talk about it, we can change, we can go back later. It's like, once it's done, right? So I don't know why I used that scenario. Maybe that is a scenario for somebody, but it's like, I'm getting this energy. It's like, it's not going to be something where like you have to answer. I don't know how to explain what I'm feeling here. It's like you've already put a lot of thought into this. You're going to know, you're going to feel through your intuition, through this listening to your soul, the right answer to make. And it's like you've already put a lot of thought into this. But it's one of those where it's kind of like judgment. And I bet if I pull tarot, we're going to see judgment. Where it's like judgment comes about when you've already been in this energy for a while. You've already had plenty of time to think about this, to make these decisions. But it's like the universe's way of saying, okay, you need to decide now. You're at a crossroads. And it's like, and when you do, it's going to dramatically change. I don't know why I said dramatically. For somebody at 1626 on the clock, because to say that. And these are all angel numbers that you can look up that might give you more guidance into what I'm talking about for here, if it resonates with you. But Maddie, but it's like when you make this decision, it's gonna make a series of events happen, like chain reaction of events happening. And like I said, like it's gonna cause major changes for lots of people. I'm getting very strong like family energy. It's like if somebody's like a provider and takes care of others and all of a sudden they're gone, it's going to impact every single one of them, right? So yeah, there's just this big energy of change and new cycles that are coming very strongly. I'm getting, though, a lot of people are going to be realizing that it's kind of like they're being set free, because this is about the reset and it's about harmony, resolution coming in, simplifying things, finding things to set yourself free. They're showing me this resilience energy. There's this strong energy of like finally getting the burdens, the things that have been weighing you down, getting relief from them. You see how freeing she is? I keep looking at that. She's carrying so much. It's almost like breaking her back. Like she can't do it anymore. To me, all of those burdens, all those responsibilities, and then look what's left. Look. Oh my gosh, I'm messing up my words. Look what is next to her, pleasure, right? And she looks so freeing. It's like she's been set free, right? And it's like now she's able to experience love and life, right? And it's like somebody was realizing that this was weighing them down. This was draining on their health, their vitality. And then all of a sudden she's just so set free, right? So it's this very beautiful energy, see, and this is like the burdens where like someone being a people pleaser, somebody, telling themselves like, no, I've got to take care of others. I got to put them first. I got to do this. I got to do that. I got to do that. Well, the universe is coming in. They're like, you know what? No, you need to experience love in life. You need to be set free. This needs to be about you. This is your life. So for a lot of you, you're getting a higher perspective. This moon energy, this Pisces energy, it really gets you into that. Using these higher chakras, right? You're seeing things differently, more clearly with your third eye. You're getting that divine guidance from your crown chakra. It's allowing you to activate your throat chakra. You're able to express your emotions and your feelings. So for some of you, if you were being this people pleaser and you were holding back and you weren't expressing yourself, you're going to be able to do that at this time, right? So you're getting that higher perspective realizations, right? You're starting to see if people were taking advantage of you, if they were taking your niceness, your kindness for granted, things like that. You're going to be able to stand up for yourself. So again, I'm getting a very major change. You see that doorway, that key, how big that is compared to her? This is such a huge doorway. But see, it's like, if you look closely, she's got her hands behind her back. And some of the other cards you see, there's a key in her hand. It's like the entire time she had the key, right? The entire time, but it was behind her back, right? It's like maybe she always knew it. Maybe she didn't. But this key is to unlock this huge doorway. This is what's happening here. Somebody is being set free. I'm hearing somebody's cutting ties from somebody. Somebody is setting themselves free from a huge burdening responsibility, right? And whatever this may be. For some of you, it could just be thought process, things like that. If you are always self-sabotaging yourself, if you're always putting yourself down, if you were just always putting others before you, this could turn into all of this. And then now all of a sudden, now you're putting your energy first. You're pursuing things for you. This can open up just a whole new world for you, okay? And definitely lots of passion. Look at this. I got the extreme passion card here. Hot moon. So yeah, I'm getting very strong passion, romance, love, all of that. And it's like somebody was not experiencing pleasure, was not experiencing fun. For some of them, they were in this strong energy of this strong masculinity energy, that they weren't able to be in this feminine, this very loving, caring, kind, compassionate energy. Look, there's my amulet slip. Whenever it is, I say that there's evil eye attacks, right? Projections, things like that. So for some of you, this could be like breaking spells and curses and things like that. People have been projecting, and that would make sense because a lot of spell work that is sent towards people, when I say spell work, anybody can do spell work. Spell work is when you are saying things about others, you're wishing harm upon them, you're basically talking trash about another, you're putting those words together in incantations, you're saying those things, you're projecting them on those people, which in fact projects them right back at you. So then they're coming multiplied at you. But for a lot of you, it's like a lot of how those give power. It's because those projections get sent to those people. A lot of times, like, if you hear it, whether you hear it down the grapevine, other people tell you whatever, and then you let it upset you and you let it get to you, and you start to believe what they're saying. You're giving it power and you're letting it come to you, because all it can really do is come to your mind. So for a lot of you, it's just this mindset, like you're starting to open up, you're starting to realize these energies, you're starting to not care, detach. You're not giving them power. Like, if so-and-so doesn't like me or doesn't care about my well-being, I don't care about them. I'm letting it go. I'm not going to let it bother me. So you're not giving it power anymore. And it's a strong empowerment energy that's really amping people up too, and really opening up these new opportunities, because you feel so empowered when you start doing things for yourself. And a lot of times it's a chain reaction, like a ladder, because it's like once you stand up for yourself once and you do something, it feels good. So then you want to do more of that. So then you start finding it easier and easier and easier to do these things, and you really start claiming your power back a lot. And then you really start assessing on who you're giving your power away to, and then you really get this energy like, wow, yes, I'm really going to start doing things that I love and desire, because I had a really fun day. I felt very empowered. I felt a lot better. You start to feel your vitality come back up. You start all of those beautiful things. So it's kind of like a very, very empowered energy that I feel taking over. People are really getting themselves, setting themselves free. They're really not giving their power away and being people pleasers anymore. They're not giving these spell work, these things like that. When you start loving yourself and treating yourself, it really changes a lot of things. Like, here's another example. It's like if you don't buy yourself things, right? You don't spend money on yourself, because you're always spending money on other people and things like that. You're at 23, 22, and 23, 23 on the clock. You limit your finance opportunities. You limit the flow of money that can come to you, because when you spend money on yourself and you buy yourself, new clothes or a new purse, or you do, or maybe it's just physical things, like you go get that haircut, hairstyle, whatever, you feel better. You feel that money that you spent on yourself, and it raises your vibration. And it's like if you're walking around in new shoes, right? Because you can't often look at your clothes unless you look in the mirror, right? But when you walk around in new shoes and things like that, doesn't it make you feel nice? You feel like, oh, look at me in my nice shoes. You feel better, but you don't realize that you're raising your vibration, right? And especially like when you do like a new wardrobe and people give you compliments, you get your hair, and a lot of times people are complimenting because they feel the vibrational frequency of what's around you. It's like somebody that maybe just buys themselves a new outfit every day and wears it. They might not get those compliments all the time as somebody that buys themselves a new outfit, right? And even if it's like a complete stranger, they don't know that it's a new outfit for you, but it's the vibration, right? That's often what people compliment on, because people feel that energy, and you feel that energy, and you're like, you want to be a part of it in a way. So that's why you give a compliment, things like that. But you see where I'm going with this is when you buy yourself something and it changes your vibrational frequency. See, if you keep putting yourself down and not buying yourself gifts and not buying yourself those things, you don't feel that energy level. You don't feel as though you're putting your worth down. So I hope I'm explaining this, is that it's important to do that. And when you do, it's like if you're a mom and you don't always buy yourself something because you buy your kids stuff, and yeah, it probably makes you feel good seeing your kids and all that, but you have to buy yourself things too, because you need to raise your vibrational frequency. And when you do that, you have more love to give to your children, to those that are around you. So see, this is a very beautiful time where a lot of people are and it's right around tax time, things like that. So the vibration, to me, collectively always rises, because then people have that freeing energy where they're able to make movements, investments, they're able to buy things they've been waiting for and things like that. So, money really is just energy, right? But you have to work with it, right? You cannot be thinking in lack and poverty and loss, things like that, because you're going to be attracting more and more of that, right? So, wow. So you see, it can just start with a new pair of shoes or a new outfit or something like that really sets you in this path of empowerment. Now, don't go crazy buying yourself, it doesn't always need to be money and things like that. Health is wealth too, right? So you feel better too when you work out and you do things, or you make better decisions, like I'm going to buy a bag of apples instead of candy, and and things like that. So yeah, whatever makes you feel good about yourself, it's all about raising that vibration at this time. All right, so those are the channel messages that were coming through with the Queen of the Moon Oracle and the Moonology that went a little bit longer than I thought, because I'm at 30 minutes. So I'm going to leave this reading here. I'm going to do a separate tarot reading and Sacred Light Oracle. I've got a lot of other oracles I'm going to be getting into with this full moon energy in Pisces. So yeah, feel free to take a look at whatever you guys feel guided to. Look at that portal energy. They're definitely calling me to do some realm readings and some portal readings off this 2-2 energy that we have coming up. So I'm going to be working on those obviously tomorrow, and see what energies we've got coming in with this February portal energy. But they're showing me gratitude for the last card here. So definitely having gratitude, being grateful and thankful fosters in more. 27 on the clock, as I said. A lot of angel numbers coming out. Universal numbers too, right? So being grateful and thankful brings in more. The more grateful and thankful you are, the more things that you're going to have to be grateful and thankful for, and the universe is really going to be bringing these in. So to me, this is a very, very powerful time if you are catching this reading in real time, because of the Pisces moon and the portal for February coming in. 27:55, a lot of synchronistic events. And we also just had Venus move into a new sign. I think it's moved into Aries, and that's about action, passion, 2808. So Venus is our planet of love, right? So this a big focus around relationships, romantic to friendship to family. So you're really going to be, assessing a lot of those things, feeling a lot of this energy, are really about taking charge and a lot about that self-love. So I'm going to be doing some Venus readings too. I need to write these down so I remember. All right, guys, I'm sending love and light to all of you. Remember, they are timeless readings. Whenever you feel guided to them is when source intended for you to see them, but I always like to talk about the energies I'm connecting with when I'm creating the readings. So if you're not subscribed to my channel and you'd like to be, definitely just click the subscribe button. It is free to subscribe at this time. And if you want to get notifications on when I do my uploads, know that I do upload at any time, whenever, I feel guided to. So if you want to get the notifications, know that they can come at any time. Just click the all button. And I do appreciate all the comments, all my new subscribers. If you guys feel as though you'd like to donate, I do have a Cash App link down below in the description box where you can find out more about me as well. All right, guys, love and light to all of you. Bye.